Hello, good to have you join us on Nationwide. I'm Ruth Aguela. The National Artificial Intelligence Strategy for Nigeria to responsibly steer the AI revolution towards achieving national goals around job creation, social inclusion and sustainable development has become imperative. Well, those were the words of the Minister of Communications, Innovation and Digital Economy, Bosun Tijani, at the National Artificial Intelligence Strategy Workshop in Abuja. ICT correspondent Olajide Bello reports.
The International Finance Cooperation projects that the strategic adoption of AI could add up to $234 billion to Africa's GDP by 2030. Nigeria, in this loop, is considered to have a fast-growing technology startup ecosystem, having attracted 25% of the $1.3 billion funding to African tech startups in 2021, and with proactive leadership, and is well positioned to leverage AI for economic diversification and inclusive growth. Gathered here are 120 leading Nigerian AI researchers and practitioners, technology companies, civil societies, and other groups to co-create a comprehensive national artificial intelligence strategy, leveraging human-centered design approach to formulate a strategy focused on the needs of Nigerian citizens and communities. The need to coordinate and harness the power of artificial intelligence for national development is a critical element in Nigerians' journey towards using technology to accelerate productivity.
We're here not just to think about application, but to think also about how do we safeguard society from artificial intelligence as well. And how do we do that in a way where we're not just pushing it back at innovation and technology, but we're doing it from a place of insight and knowledge so that we can actually capture the gains from it, but also protect society from its vices as well.
AI offers the opportunity to leverage technology to solve some complex and urgent challenges in security, education, agriculture, healthcare, and much more.
The approach is fundamental because it will help us to use our diverse insights and expertise to create a strategy that is inclusive and also reflecting our national consensus.
Expected outcomes from the workshop will be a draft national AI strategy document defining the strategic imperatives, policies, investment, implementation, roadmap, governance structure, and necessary steps to catalyze Nigeria into an AI-driven economy. Olajide Bello, NTA News.
Sustaining the stability recorded and strengthening the naira against the dollar, guests on NTA's Good Morning Nigeria believe requires a robust diversification of the country's export base. Well, the guest emphasized that continuous monitoring of measures put in place by the Central Bank of Nigeria to deepen transparency in forex transactions are not compromised. Lydia Sampson reports.
It's been accolades for the CBN following the stability in the foreign exchange transactions with the naira. However, economic experts on Good Morning Nigeria believes more can still be done additionally to mitigate relapsing to the volatility experienced when the naira recorded its lowest rate. The guests are suggesting a Buy Nigeria law to help reduce preferences for foreign goods that hitherto are produced in Nigeria.
A lot of people thought that the exchange rate wouldn't get to 1,000 until probably the end of the year, but look at it happening, sooner than expected. So, and it's not just happening at naira strengthening. We've also seen a reasonable level of stability.
The need to also strengthen and recapitalize Nigerian Export-Import Bank fiscal policies, declaring the naira as the only legal tender as against the recent trend of dollarization of the economy, they insist must be diligently prioritized.
Let policies of the CBN be seen as transparent, let it be seen as equitable, and let us ensure that everybody that wants access to the foreign exchange, and I'm not using just dollar here, anybody that wants access to forex must be able to get it at the prevailing market rates.
They reiterate the need for proactive engagement with countries that will provide sustainable foreign direct investment across the country. They urge subnationals to key into federal government efforts at deepening foreign investment by proactively positioning systems, infrastructure, and capabilities of their states. In Abuja, Lydia Samson, NTA News.
Well, the recent gains made by the naira in exchange against the dollar has continued to open up opportunities to further reduce the prices of goods and services in the country. A financial analyst, Mr. Johnson Chukwu, earlier, who spoke on NTA's Panorama about the effects of crashing dollar rates, says Nigerians should be patient as reforms being undertaken by the federal government through the Central Bank of Nigeria takes root.
When stocks are replenished at lower arrival costs or landing costs, then those who are holding old stock, we have no choice than to sell at the new arrival cost or the new landing cost. So that's what is happening. So you want to call it lag effect. It takes some time for policy changes of this nature to reflect in prices at the shop floor. But other food items that are imported, their prices will begin to adjust when new orders are placed and those new orders arrive. It will take maybe 60 days, maybe 40 days, or maybe 45 to 60 days for new imports to come, clear at the seaports and get to the warehouses or the shop floors. Once new imports begin to arrive at the shop floors, prices will moderate downwards and reflect the current exchange rates.
All right, that's a financial analyst there speaking on the effect of the crash of the dollar to the naira. We turn to politics. Preparations for the off-cycle governorship election in Ondo State is gathering momentum, we hear, as the parties pick their respective standard bearers this April. About 18 political parties are expected to field candidates for the election. Principal among them are the All Progressives Congress, the People's Democratic Party, Action Democratic Party, among others. Abiola Rio takes a look at preparations and the mode adopted by each party for the primaries.
It would be a keen contest as each political party gets ready for the November off-cycle governorship election in Ondo State. While the mode of the primary election to determine the standard bearer for each of the parties differs, a binding factor, however, is the April deadline given by INEC for them to conclude their primaries. The APC, for instance, has a total of 16 aspirants, including the incumbent Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa. Direct primary is what the APC has opted for, as the fate of the aspirants lie in the hands of financial members in each of the 203 wards across the 18 local government areas of the state.
Our own from the state level is basically to prepare ground for the national body, people who are coming from the national headquarters for this election, and that we have been doing. And continuously we've been informing all our members there has to be decorum.
Unlike the APC, the PDP with 7 aspirants opted for the indirect mode of primary.
It has direct component. Direct component is that the 3 adult delegates are to be elected through direct election. That means all the members of the party will determine those 3.
Other parties like the Labour Party, Social Democratic Party SDP, Accord, and African Democratic Congress ADC, among others, have their respective models for the emergence of their standard bearers within the specified window sanctioned by the electoral umpire, INEC.
I want to advise them to play the game according to the rule.
Anything that comes out, they should take it as God's will.
The primary election by each party is expected to have INEC officials on ground to supervise and observe the process. In Akure, Abiola Rio, NTA News.
And joining us live now from Akure is Paul Omukago. Paul, I'm sure you're following development. The race is on for the forthcoming governorship elections. The primaries actually is set Now, political parties are preparing to pick their individuals that will represent them. What is the preparation like?
Rose, good afternoon. So far, so good. It's been a very peaceful, calm atmosphere in Akure, the capital of Ondo State. I think the parties are going about their preparation in their own special, unique ways. They are all saying that they are ready for the primaries. But one notable difference is that each party have opted for their own mode of primary.
You're saying they're adopting the same mode of primaries. Paul?
Yes. Yeah, the parties so far, some of them are going for the direct mode, while quite a number of them have opted for the indirect mode of primary.
What are you getting from the people of Akure? You know, what feelings are you getting? What's the body language like? How excited, or what is the anxiety like?
I think they are quite enthusiastic about the primary, and card-carrying members of the various parties are ready to do the needful in line with their own model of primary. And they are all calling for all the various interest groups playing by the rules.
Oh, thank you for that insight. We'll definitely keep up with developments there as they unfold, as we await the primaries. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ruth.
And still talking politics, the All Progressives Congress in the Southwest Zone will continue to work with states and other stakeholders to ensure the APC remains the party of choice. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu stated this after a meeting of APC national executive members from the Southwest in Lagos. Joy Ken Akpabuya reports.
The meeting, attended by APC National Executive Council members, zonal officers and state chairmen from the Southwest, is the first since the appointment of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu as the party's Southwest coordinator. Governor Sanwo-Olu says the essence is to deliberate and come up with far-reaching decisions that would reposition and strengthen the APC.
Other things will follow. We'll begin to do a lot of work behind the scene, and engaging, issues that we have in some of our states, and try to bring all of us together, begin to look at areas where we can indeed intervene as a zone, especially with critical stakeholders. And just to generally put APC as the biggest party in Africa, the biggest party in the country, to continue to remain the biggest party in Southwest.
In a communique presented at the end of the meeting, the Southwest executives resolved, among other initiatives, to prioritize empowerment and engagements with students, youths, women, and persons with disabilities.
After discussing the challenges facing the party in the zone, this meeting resolved to immediately set up a zonal office of the party in Ibadan, and also to immediately set up a liaison and operational office in Lagos.
The party executives, who also reserved to harmonize all states in the Southwest and reconcile all feuding parties, say a Southwest Assembly of the All Progressives Congress will be convened in June this year. In Lagos, Joy Ken Akpabuya, NTA News.
Zonal and national leaders of Fulani organizations nationwide have thrown their weights behind the presidency of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and pledged continued synergy with relevant authorities to ensure that peace and harmony thrive in the country. The groups say the president's success is dear to their hearts and appealed to President Tinubu to initiate programs that will advance the cause of the Fulani extraction as part of its campaign promises. The organizations also appealed to FCT administration to review some of its policies which do not favor its reasoned practice for now, until appropriate negotiations are done for the best way out.
Let me put it clear. We are not a political organization, but for Mr. President, we'll do everything to be behind him because he's our man. He has been there for us, we'll always be there for him. It's expected of every person that wants to take over to band or what have you should call and let's see and discuss what way forward.
Many groups prayed for the peace, stability and continued progress of the nation and promised to always make themselves available for peace talks that will enhance understanding and forge the common good of all in the FCT and the nation at large. Let's head to Lagos. Michael will pick up with our next set of reports. Michael?
Good to see you, Ruth. The Lagos State government has directed contractors handling the Abiola Onijemo Link Road and Bridge project to speed up work to ensure timely delivery of the strategic road project. This was during an inspection of work. Joyken Abakoya reports.
This place has always been a flood-prone area in which people living on the other side cannot come across. And it's a major bypass, a strategic bypass.
The 643-meter Abiola Onijemo Link Road construction with a 7.3-meter main carriageway, a 4-meter slip road, and a 7.3-meter reinforced concrete bridge linking Ifako-Ijaye and Ojodu local government areas of Lagos State is expected to open up the areas for economic development.
Paying before passing the road is a serious challenge on one part because you start thinking in your mind that, oh, I need to pay before I pass. This construction is a very good, innovative.
Anytime there is rain, you normally encounter casualties, but with the Okada, it's the only Okada that can apply this route.
It gives us an alternative route, so we don't have to pass through Fagba to get to Ogba. So they gave us, we that we live in Okera, it's easier for us to get to Shaga from Okera.
Expressing satisfaction with the level of work done so far, Special Advisor to the Lagos State Governor on Infrastructure, Olufemi Daramola, says the project is in line with the state's Theme Plus agenda. The purpose, he says, is to reduce travel time, enhance connectivity, and improve the environmental status of communities around the axis.
Looking round, what has been done here is of high quality, good quality, in line with Mr. Governor's strategic master plan for movement of people and commuters in the axis.
With concrete work currently ongoing, the contractor handling the project says the road will be completed and handed over in June 2024. In Lagos, Joyken Abakoya, NTA News.
To upscale the capacity of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, the British government has donated an operational data analysis center to the agency at its Murtala Muhammed International Airport in Lagos. Larry Billey reports that the NDLEA chairman, retired Brigadier General Mohammed Buba Marwa, unveiled the new facility.
Brigadier General Buba Marwa described the facility donated by the British High Commission to Nigeria as a significant milestone in the fight against illicit drugs. He appreciated the British government for the vital hub for data analysis and strategic planning building with the state-of-the-art facilities to boost the anti-narcotic agency capabilities in tackling the menace of substance abuse and drug trafficking.
This building complex stands not only as a physical structure, but as a symbol of the enduring partnership between our two nations in the global fight against drug trafficking.
The facility is expected to play a huge role in strengthening both countries' resolve to partner in tackling the global illicit drug industry, which requires global response.
It takes a whole set of different actors, a whole set of different capabilities to address any criminal activity. And this office will play its part in that important fight.
NDLEA in the past 3 years has successfully made more than 50,000 arrests, with 46 drug barons operations shut down. The agency has also convicted over 9,000 offenders, seized over 7,000 tons of illicit substances, while 1,000 hectares of cannabis farm destroyed. NDLEA Chief Executive Officer is convinced that with a facility like this initiated across the Federation, the agency will be better positioned to fight illicit drug trafficking to a standstill. In Lagos, Larry Bilayi, NTA News.
Those are the reports from Lagos. Nationwide continues in Makadi, and Charles will be our guide, but that will be shortly after this break. Do stay.
A very big welcome to Makudi. Let's start with health matters, where hundreds of sick people in Kwande local government area of Benue State leaped for joy as they benefited from a free medical outreach by a non-governmental organization. Tena Uma, who covered the event, reports that drugs worth millions of naira were administered to the people.
Beneficiaries of the medical outreach, including the elderly and young people, gathered in their hundreds at the primary health clinic at Dikbo. They were treated for various ailments like malaria, typhoid, vaginal candidiasis, amongst others. Aside from the treatment of ailments, assorted drugs were administered and clothes were also distributed to the people.
Very, very grateful for them, and I pray God should help them.
Guests at the medical outreach commended the organizers for the gesture.
It's a welcome development, and I pray God should give them more strength and wisdom to even do more.
President Kwande Sisters Foundation, Doshima Otega, expressed satisfaction over the huge turnout and assured the people of sustaining the program.
You can see the number of people that are here today. Some people are here just because they cannot afford to go to the hospital to even identify what is their health challenges. And a lot of them are here today because this is a free medical outreach, and they are here and they are getting quality drugs which you have brought for them.
The Kwande Sisters Foundation, which consists of women from the area, has existed for more than a decade and have been impacting positively on the people. From Adikpo, Kwande local government area of Benue State, Tena Uma, NTA News.
Of the rainy season has led to influx of fruits in large quantities at the various markets in Makudi, the Benue State capital. Correspondent Simbiat Agbaji, who visited the popular railway market, reports.
Various kinds of fruits such as mangoes, oranges, watermelon, amongst others, were on display at the popular railway market. While some of the fruits like oranges are produced in the state, others are mostly gotten from the northern part of the country. Some of the sellers complained about the low patronage, saying it has affected their businesses.
The oranges we are selling now are so exorbitant anyway, because the season have not come properly.
The drivers will come with the mangoes, with this thing we are selling, with the markets we are selling. They will tell us where it's increasing every year and then.
Even though it's not as compared to last 2-3 years back, but at least one is getting something to settle bills, to pay bills.
Some buyers explain that though the prices of fruits have increased, they have to purchase it due to their nutritional value.
And fruit is good for the body. It builds the body, it makes you more younger than your age, it gives you vitamin, and it makes you grow fine.
Some public analysts opine that the establishment of processing factories will curtail challenges of post-harvest losses and make the farmers get value for their produce. In Makudi, Simbiat Agbaji, NTA News.
That report rounds off our contribution from Makudi. Ruth, it's back to you.
Thank you, Charles. The Nigerian Army says it will investigate the alleged unprofessional conduct of some of its personnel that led to the death of a hotel manager in Umuahia, Abia State. In a statement, the Director, Army Public Relations, Major General Onyema Nwachukwu, affirms that the Army has ordered a full-scale investigation into the incident to ascertain the facts and bring to book anyone found culpable. The Nigerian Army extends its heartfelt condolences to the families of the deceased manager, Mr. Achimogo James Etubi, and the Nigerian Air Force officer Cadet Emmanuel Chidebere Onyemerechi, and assures the public that justice will be served. In other news, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Imo State Command, has assured of its total commitment towards clamping down on all forms of economic sabotage in the state, in line with its mandate. The state NSCDC commandant gave the assurance while parading suspected oil bunkers and illegal miners in Owerri. Larita Arinze Egwem reports.
The suspects arrested include 6 illegal miners, a driver of a truck containing about 5,000 liters of adulterated liquefied gasoline, as well as his Toyota Avalon counterpart, alleged to be carrying 800 liters of adulterated petroleum product. Parading the suspects, the Imo State Commandant, Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Matthew Ovie, says the suspects were arrested at various locations in the state following surveillance by the anti-vandals, mines and steel unit of the command in conjunction with the special squad of the Corps Commandant General from Abuja. He also noted that the illegal miners who operate without licenses tamper with a lot of government installations in the process of excavating the soil.
We are encouraging illegal miners to go and obtain their licenses. Bunkers better stop, because we will stop at no end to arrest them.
These illegal miners, they crash the price of sand because they don't have any responsibility to government. They don't pay royalty, they don't pay taxes.
Some of the suspects confessed to the crime.
I'm not aware that it's an illegal mining.
The suspects are expected to be charged to court after investigation.
All right, let's head to Port Harcourt to join Diba Barry. She has the next set of reports in line with just what we just showed you.
And welcome to Port Harcourt. As security operatives continue to ensure safety of lives and property in River State, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps NSCDC River State Command is now left out of the equation. In its latest exploit, the anti-vandal squad of the command uncovered a local refinery in the forest at Doluakwa settlement in the Che local government area of the state. The rapid operation followed a tip-off from credible intelligence. Kingsley Amaji reports.
The latest NSCDC discovery in Akwa, Eche local government area, adds to the ongoing campaign by operatives of the Corps in a renewed effort to clamp down on activities of illegal oil bunkering and refining in the state. The state commandant, Basil Ikwebweze, represented by the head anti-vandal squad, Peter Ibiso, took journalists across the forest about 6.7 kilometers from the main town.
What we have witnessed is one of the largest dumps, artisanal refinery we have recovered in River State. Personnel of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps River State Command anti-vandal units, through credible intelligence, discovered this place, and we are here to dismantle this artisanal refinery. In line with the Commandant General's directive.
The fleeing syndicates tapped into the wellhead of a multinational company to siphon crude via illegal pipelines to their refining sites.
This is the third place we have been to. It's massive. As we are advancing, you can see the furnace still burning. When we came here, when we arrived, the suspects took to their heels. So for now, nobody has been arrested, but investigation will still be carried out and the culprits will be apprehended accordingly.
The NSCDC, however, vowed to continue to ensure that those found culpable in the illegal oil dealings would face the wrath of the law, and called on the public to continue to support it by providing credible intelligence to help sanitize the environment. In Port Harcourt, Kingsley Amajiri, NTA News.
Residents of Port Harcourt have stressed the need to revamp alien industries in order to boost the economy of the state and also check rising cases of unemployment. They made their observations known while speaking with Gabriel Amunike on the challenges of abandoning moribund industries in River State.
Research has it that Nigeria has over 56,000 abandoned projects since gaining independence in 1960. More than 13,000 of these projects were located in the coastal area of the Niger Delta region alone. River State has its share of defunct companies in the state. Observers in River State emphasize the urgent need for government intervention to rejuvenate these inactive companies.
This place is working or has started working. There are more, the youth will be employed, everybody will be employed, so that the youth will not be involving themselves in any of the crime.
This strange company has been there since the time of Rotimichi Bikamechi till date, and nothing has been done in that place. If you go there now, things there have been looted. This is taxpayers' money. They should come down to that place and make sure they revive that sector.
To call upon the government to come and intervene and also to revive this place, to make it functional, please, so that everybody that was benefiting from this place and beyond the state will still come back to benefit from the place.
Completion and maintenance are vital aspects of good governance. They are the keys to service delivery. From Trans Amadi in Port Harcourt, Gabriel Amunike, NTA News.
Well done here. The news will continue.
Glad you're there. Stakeholders have continued to express confidence in President Bola Tinubu's vision that is already transforming the country's prosperity through his renewed hope agenda. This was attributed at a dinner in Kaduna, organized by the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, Kaduna State Chapter, in honor of the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Muhammad Idris.
It was a merry-making event that metamorphosed into a speech-making one, where friends, associates, and fellows extol the roles of their colleague, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Muhammad Idris, during his days as the 5th chairman of NIPR in Kaduna and his membership for more than 30 years.
I bring you greetings from your very good friend, Senator Obosai, and I want to congratulate the Institute here for having a very fine gentleman.
One issue that I would like to say about the Honorable Minister is his capacity to mentor people. And I am an example of that.
By inclination, and by training, and by breeding, he's a peacemaker.
Muhammad Idris was one of the strongest pillars that backed me to attain the little success that we are being applauded for.
At a time like this, there is nothing better than telling Nigerians the truth. And that has been the cardinal principle of the Minister of Information and National Orientation.
These efforts the image maker promised to sustain and explore with a commitment to upholding transparency in public communication to build trust.
The president didn't send me as minister to come and lie to Nigerians. What he has said is that I should come and explain to Nigerians, tell Nigerians what government is doing, and also take feedback from Nigerians to government so that government will be better informed. And you can see what we have done. We started this town hall meeting. We were in Kano, we met with the business community on live television. We were in Jigawa, we went to Ayo local government on the farm and had a town hall with the farmers. The president will return greener pastures to all the nooks and crannies of this country so that everybody will find his feet and then will find prosperity.
The renewed hope agenda, he assured, means well.
If you are looking for one reason why fuel subsidy had to go, my one answer is that we are consuming nearly 2 billion liters of this thing the PMS called petrol, 2 billion liters. Now, when fuel subsidy was removed, it came down by about 50%.
As a fellow of NIPR, he promised to remain a worthy ambassador of the Institute. In Kaduna, Saliu Gwanara, NTA News.
Minister of Steel Development has assured the people of Amala local government of President Bola Tinubu's continued efforts towards security. The minister gave the assurance during a visit to commiserate with victims of Agojeju Ondo attack in Abeju Kolo Omala local government area of Kogi State. Ayodele Igbibemi reports.
Attack at Agojeju Ondo in Omala local government area of Kogi State, which led to the loss of lives and destruction of properties. Minister of Steel Development Prince Shuaibu Abubakar Audu, accompanied by some other individuals, visited the internally displaced persons in Omala local government to commiserate with the people and the family of those affected by the incident. The minister assured them of the federal government's commitment towards restoration of peace and security across the country. He made personal cash donation to support the affected people and cushion the effect of the attack.
Let my community know and the local government know that I'll communicate their message both to the executive governor of Kogi State as well as the federal government to let them know that, whatever can be done to ease their pains and to ease their burdens will be done.
Omala local government caretaker chairman Mark Ame Edibo, who received the donation on behalf of the person displaced by the attack, thanked the minister for the visit and show of sympathy.
The insecurity challenges in Omala with him, I know it will come to an end because we need an everlasting solution to the incident this time around.
Acting chairman of Omala Traditional Council, Chief Paul Acho, and other speakers described the visit as timely and a renewed commitment to humanity. Ayodele Ibigbemi, NTA News.
Reports just reaching us says President Bola Tinubu is back in Abuja, the nation's capital, after a week-long Eid al-Fitr break in Lagos. On arrival in Abuja, President Tinubu was received by a delegation which includes the Chief of the Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila. During his stay in his home state, the President received several dignitaries on Salah homage, including state governors and members of the National Assembly. In other news, the transmission company of Nigeria, TCN, says it has fully restored the national grid following a fire incident at the Afam power generating station, which caused the partial disturbance of the grid. In a statement, TCN says in the early hours of Monday, which is today, a fire erupted at the Afam 5 330 kV bus bar coupler, leading to the tripping of units at AFAM 3 and AFAM 6. This resulted in a sudden loss of generation, destabilizing the grid and causing a partial collapse. During the incident, the Ibom power plant supplying parts of Port Harcourt region was isolated from the grid, thereby minimizing the effect of the system disturbance. TCN confirms that the affected section of the grid has been fully restored and stabilized, reaffirming its commitment to enhancing the resilience of the national grid infrastructure. Hello is the most important cure, not just for loneliness, but for a million of other health conditions. In the latest medical outreach in Anambra State, a US-based charity outfit is not just saying hello, but also providing comprehensive health care services to those in need. Chinyere Fesi Okoye reports that more than 2,000 people, including women and children, received free treatment for age-related and other common eye disorders during the 3 days exercise.
Amanda. This is Amanda. She was not born blind. Her aged grandmother says Amanda has been having challenge with her eyes since she was born 3 years ago.
I don't know what they do for eyes since she was born. They don't give her medicine, they drop for her eyes.
For many years, 82-year-old Roseline Nwafo and 74-year-old Elizabeth Ezibo say they have been living through the eyes of others. Amanda, Roseline and Elizabeth are among hundreds of people gathered here with the hope of restoring their sights. Many of them have been unable to afford the cost of diagnosis and treatment at the regular hospitals. At last, help has come to them through a US-based charity outfit. The group is not just saying hello, but also providing free comprehensive eye care support encapsulated in one word: team.
You look at what is happening to you, see that
It's more of the aged and middle-aged people that are here that have eye pathology, basically glaucoma, cataract, and refractive error.
The Commissioner for Women Affairs, Ife Obinabo, says it's part of corporate social responsibility.
One thing that is making me so happy is that she's a child of God that wants to put smiles on people's faces.
Beneficiaries are not just children. They include aged men and women and people living with various disabilities.
I didn't even know that something like this is here when I came at the first time. So I just asked, and I was told it's free that I should come and do.
I retired 2013. After the retirement, we started.
I'm telling you, this medication I was given now is costing me 30-something thousand every month. And it's being given to me here now free.
For many of these beneficiaries, the 3-day medical outreach is just adequate to break barriers to accessing eye care and treatment, but specifically for Amanda, it could mean regaining her sight and the end of seeing through grandmother's eyes. In Awka, Chinyere Fesi Okoye, NTA News.
The Cross River State government has swiftly responded with relief materials to the plight of Benegete people who are now internally displaced persons at the Obudu Ranch Resort. Paul Abel reports that the current condition of the people is as a result of alleged invasion of Cameroon and Bazonians.
Benegete, a boundary community with the Cameroon, is in Obanliku local government area, northern part of Cross River State, and due to the terrain, it is difficult to access through motorable roads. This perhaps contributed to the ease with the invasion of the community and abduction of more than 30 persons, resulting in the death of a chief. But the people are grateful to the state government for coming to their rescue.
So we are very happy with the effort of the federal government so far. We are happy with the state government and the Commissioner of Humanitarian Affairs for their effort so far remembering us. Because like we presently, a belated man is not in the government, neither state or local government or federal. We are not.
The state governor, Senator Basiotu, represented by the Commissioner for Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, stressed that the people's welfare and security will continue to be their utmost priority.
His Excellency, the Governor of Cross River State, is the people's first governor. He's very sensitive and is still interested in the well-being and the welfare of his people. And so we understand how important it is to have an access in every community. And I assure the people that I shall go back. The government is already working towards that. And by the grace of God, in collaboration with the federal government, the access road shall be taken care of for them in future, very soon.
It is hoped that collaboration between the state government and other relevant federal government agencies will assist the people to return to their ancestral homes soon. In Calabar, Paul Abel, NTA News.
And next will be sports update.
Team Nigerian Army has emerged champions of 2024 Chief of the Naval Staff National Open Shooting Championship held in Abuja. Nigerian Army finished overall best with 7 gold medals, 1 silver and 2 bronze medals, while Team DSS came second with 4 gold medals, 7 silver and 2 bronze medals, followed by Team Navy with 1 silver and 2 bronze medals.
In time to come, shooting sports will present a very large number of medals to Nigeria, and we have only just started.
Done with Nationwide. Thank you for your company. Do have a lovely evening. I'm Ruth Aguilera. Bye.